But when the corpses are strewn all over Ballybeg, where will I be? In the little old USA! Yippee! Philadelphia, here I come! Right up back of where I started from! It's all over?
And it's all about to begin.
It's all over! And all about to begin. Just think, darling. Think! Up in that big bugger of a jet with its snout pointing straight for the States and its tail belching smoke over Ireland. And you sitting up at the front with your competent fingers poised over the controls. Then away down below in the Atlantic, you spot a bloody bugger of an Irish boat out fishing for bloody pollock and... Abandon ship! Man the lifeboat! Send for Cannon Mickobo! To hell with the women and children! Say an act of contrition! Yippee!
It looks as if... I can't see very well from this distance, but it looks as if... Yes! The Friel is being taken by dashing Gar O'Donnell! Pride in the belly big team. O'Donnell is now moving back, taking a slow, calculating look at the goal. I've never seen this boy in the brilliant form he's in today. Absolute magic in his feet. He's now in position, running up, and...
Yay! Philadelphia, here I come! Right back where I started from!
Mary O'Donnell!
Sir?
You are full conscious of all the consequences of your decision?
Yes, sir.
Of leaving the country of your birth, the land of the curlew and the snipe, the Allen Sweater and the Irish sweepstakes.
I am fully conscious of this, sir.
Of going to a profane, irreligious, pagan country of gross materialism.
I am fully sensitive to this, sir.
Where the devil himself holds sway, and lust, abhorrent lust, is everywhere indulged in shamelessly.
Who are you telling? Shamelessly, sir, shamelessly.
And yet you persist in exposing yourself to these frightful dangers?
I would submit, sir, that these stories are slightly exaggerated. For every door that opens, another...
You put the heart across me. What you doing in my road and quit eating about?
How many coils of barbed wire come in the mail van this evening?
2. Or was it 3?
Well, that's what I'm asking. It was you carried them in from the yard.
There were 2. No, 3. Aye, 3. Or maybe it was it 2?
What sort of stupid bugger are you?
You went out and stood yarning to Joe the Post. Then you carried one coil into the yard and came out again with a sack of spuds for the parochial. Then you carried in the second coil and put it in the corner. And came out again to the van and... what the hell odds? That's his headache, now Nicodemus. After tomorrow, a bloody roll of barbed wire will be a mere bagatelle to you. Yeah, man, you'll see them there plays, man. Stretching as far as the eye can see, man.
Well, them there planes belong to Gary the Kid. And Gary the Kid, he don't go in for none of your fancy fencing. No siree.
And what will you wear on the plane tomorrow, old mister, eh?
Pretty smart, eh?
Pretty small.
Pretty sharp.
Pretty sure.
Pretty ooh-la-la.
Mais oui.
And not a bad looker, if I may say so. I'm Patrick Palinakis, president of the biggest chain of biggest hotels in the world. We're glad to have you, Mr. O'Donnell.
And I'm glad to be here, sir.
Handsomely said, young man. We hope that you'll work hard here and be happy. And maybe one day, you'll be president of the biggest chain of biggest hotels in the world.
That's my ambition, sir.
You're 25 years of age, Mr. O'Donnell.
Correct.
And you spent 1 year at University College Dublin.
Yes, sir.
Would you care to tell me why you abandoned your academic career, Mr. O'Donnell?
Well, sir, just before I sat my first arts exam, sir, I did an old Irish tourist, or pilgrimage, where I spent several nights in devout prayer, sir.
St. Patrick's pilgrimage on
St. Harold's Cross, sir. And it was there that I came to realise that a life of scholarship was not for me, sir. So I returned to my father's business.
Yeah, you said your father was in business. What's his line?
Well, sir, he has what you would call his finger in many pies. Retail mostly, general dry goods, assorted patent drugs, hardware, dehydrated fish, snuffs from the exotic East of Donegal, a confection for gourmets known as Peggy's Leg, weed killer, yippee! It is now 16 or 17 years since I saw the Queen of France.
Then the Dauphiness at first sight.
Let's get packing, boy. Let's get that little old saddlebag opened and let's get packing.
But first, how about that little old music on the little old phonograph? Yeah, man, you bet. I reckon yet there.
The main item in tonight's concert is the first movement of the violin concerto in E minor, opus 64, by Jacob Ludwig Felix Mendelssohn. The orchestra is conducted by Gareth O'Donnell, and the soloist is the Ballybeg halfback, Gareth O'Donnell. Music critics throughout the world claim that O'Donnell's simultaneous wielding of the baton and bow is the greatest thing since leather ass died. Mendelssohn's violin concerto. First movement. Old rooster, less old foolin' to work. Ah, hell, how can any bloody bugger go up in a jet plane without cardboard rubbish like that? Damn it, maybe you could give it a lick of paint. Or wash it. Nah, you'll rub a hole in the damn thing if you're not careful. Maybe Screwballs will slip you a fiver tonight. Get a new one in Dublin tomorrow. What a hope. Ooh. Stinks of cat's pee. Clarion? 1st of January 1937? Precious medieval manuscript? God, was it? It was. The day they were married. And it hasn't been open since their honeymoon. She and old Screwballs. Off on a sidecar to Bundoran for 3 days. God, the creator and redeemer of all is faithful. Give to the soul of Myra, my mother, the remission of all her sins, so that she may obtain. She was small, Mad says, and wild and young, Mad says, from a place called Balchafree, beyond the mountains. And her hair was loose, and her eyes were bright, and she carried her shoes, Mad says, under her arm, until she reached the edge of the village, and then she put them on. Eternal rest grant unto her, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine. She was 19, and he was 40, and he owned a shop, and he wore a soft hat. She thought he was the grandest gentleman that ever lived, Mad says. And he couldn't take his eyes off her. Oh God, the creator and redeemer of all the faithful. Sometimes in that first year, Laddiebuck, when she was pregnant with you, the other girls from Balchafree would call in here to dress up on their way to a dance, Mad says. And her face would light up too, Mad says. And he must have known. Old Screwballs. He must have known, Mad says. For many's a night he must have heard her crying herself to sleep. And maybe it was good of God to take her away. 3 days after you were born. Damn you anyway for a stupid bloody bastard. It is now 16 or 17 years since I saw the Queen of France, then the Dauphiness at Versailles. And to hell with that bloody mushy fiddler!
Philadelphia, here I come!
Watch yourself, nuthead. If you let yourself slip that way, you
Right
might...
back where I started from.
Something lively. Something bloody animal. A bit of old thumpity thump. And you just to keep talking to yourself all the time, mister, because I reckon that if you stop talking to yourself, well, then you just start thinking kind of crazy things.
I'm a crowd here tonight. Oh man, you're looking great. Perfect.
That was Katie's tune. Ah, you needn't pretend you forgot. And it reminds you of
burst with happiness.
Come on, dirty big swig!
Are you going to take her photograph in the States with you? When are you going to say goodbye to her? Will you write to her? Will you send her cards and photographs? You loved her once, old rooster. You wanted so much to marry her that it was a bloody sickness. Tell me, Randy boy, have you got over that sickness? Do you still love her? Do you still lust after her? Well, do you? Do you? Do you?
Oh, girl!
Kid. My sweet Kitty Dugan. My darling Kathy Dugan.
Old bitch! Rotten old snobby bitch! Just like our stinking rotten father and mother. A bugger and a buggeress. A buggeroo and a buggerette.
No, it was my fault. It was all my fault.
By God, that was a night, boy, eh? By God, you made a right bloody cow's ass of yourself that night. Remember? When was it? 10 months ago.